Okay, we're on an adventure. It is a cold day, and the only way to get to where I want to go is to peel off the bottom half of my outfit and then walk across this river and then dress back up, and then there's a big old weird ledge I want to check out on the other side. Big old rocks and a whole different terrain, and we got permission from the landowners, and so we might as well go look. I'm not going to film this part. It's just going to be kind of a frozen, slippery mess, and I'm hoping to keep the camera dry. This is the reward. This is where we are. I just crossed that in my skivvies. There's a big old chunk of water. Dried out my legs and then put my socks and shoes back on. They got a little wet from being rolled out, but my socks are on, they're wool, our boots are dry. And look at our access. Kinda wish I'd snuck a pole with me, but I've been having really great luck fishing lately, so we don't need it today. But look at the size of that boulder. It is massive. I mean, that's massive. That is a big creature, so is that one. Yeah, I decided not to go with the rapids. I went up to the calm area where it was a little bit shallower. And now we are on the other side, which puts us in the land of huge boulders. Let's go look at the shiny one. My buddy had crossed here and said that they found magnesite boulders. Look at that. Look at that. Because this is old lava flow that's breaking off. You see that? And it's crazy. It's just a layer. It's a sheen. Maybe even a buffing from the rocks or something. No, it looks like it's a layer that runs through everything. But we're going to look under the lips of all these really prolific boulders that run up and down this canyon that's unexplored. We're going to look real careful for art, for artifacts, for anything, for new rock beds, and do a little bit of exploring. But first, how big these boulders are. First we're going to climb uphill and look at this ledge. God, this rock is really crazy. It's all got a metallic sheen to it. You see that? It's really wild. Lava land. And then even up here, look at that, where the lichens are growing over the metallic sheen. That is awesome. Awesome. It's like the rain has weathered the sheen off of this part, but here where it's protected from the outcropping, it's still there. Huh. Very iron-rich material. Okay, let's climb up the mountain. Do you recognize what this vine is? There's a little fruit on it. It's a wild cucumber. That's what those are called. Don't worry, it's loaded with fruit. It's doing real good for itself. And they are not cucumbers, they're like regular cucumbers, so I don't think that you can eat them. So we have to keep zigzagging back and forth across this slope. See the truck? It's as far back as I could park it down the old dirt road. It just dies there into the river. I don't know if it used to go farther. Now it's a boulder bed. We crept along that side up to there, crossed, and then we're climbing up this. But look at these boulders all the way up, and as we get out of the river, zone. We're not only going to see all kinds of beautiful flowers. Yay! But we're getting up into some real, well, I don't want to say unexplored. There was old schoolhouses and stuff up here, but long since trodden on. Only the ranchers that own this and their cows wander on it mostly now. Oh yeah. This is actually incredible for us. This is all land that burnt off really recently, and I hadn't come up here, I hadn't considered how barren it would be. And already up here, this is like not only really pretty orange sod or something, but it's out of place. And I'm slightly out of breath. You have to forgive me. Do it while you can. I remember Tony Hawk when I was like 20 and someone was asking him, he's a famous skateboarder, one of the originals, and they were asking him when he was 40, how can you still be doing these tricks and you know, doing these new stunts and everything? And his response was, well, I figure, you know, do it now and not in a few more years when you're even older. So same concept. Don't put it off for a different day. If you're going to do it in this lifetime, do it now. This is an incredibly good zone for looking over. This fire was way close to home, and so I didn't feel like, I don't know, looking for treasures and stuff right away. And I kind of put it out of mind a little bit because we had so many other big fires in California. And now that I'm up here on the land, I'm realizing, wow, incredible. Those are just pieces of bones, rock, dirt. This is what I wanted to get up to. This was a ledge that had caught my eye even before the fires. But standing on top of it, this is a little bluff. It's quiet, it feels special. And the trees here that resisted us also resisted the fire. And this is why I stopped last time. And I thought that this would be cleared out because the fires had been cleared, but evidently not. I don't know what to say about this place. It's a weird place. Yeah, it's a thinny. This is a spot that somehow or other I'm going to try and find passage beyond this wall without going right through the heart of this, because some things just have a strength and demand the respect. Is leave that low. And we are above what they call Devil's Hole. And that's no joke, and it is very, very deep. It's actually the bottom of this huge gorge, and it's gotten eaten out very deep at times through the water moving down each season. And you can see the bottom in some spots and not in others. It is very deep. That's the Devil's Hole. Oh. So we should check these ledges. We were just standing on top of there. Looked down and saw that there was a little hidden spot under it. And these are all the spots that I wanted to check. Where you see old lichen faces. There could be art. I don't see any. Look at these little pools on the side creek. Beautiful. Okay, I found the way to that dead stuff. That live stuff, that weird ravine. I think we will maybe go all the way above it or all the way below it on the way back. And now we are in this bizarre realm of sticks and stones. Huh. See, that's really the devil's hole down there. And it's deep, deep. I don't know if you can tell on camera. But it goes. And it's long. It's kind of our little Loch Ness or whatever up here in the canyon. But there are incredible catfish down there. It is looking a little cloudy and stormy over there. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I think I actually saw from below. Sorry, I was pointing at the ground. Was this backdrop here? And that there was a huge natural bluff. This dead manzanita forest. It would have been so thick and dark in here though before, and now it's not. It's just surreal. It's very surreal. Oh, weird. It's a weird rock. Weird rocks can stand out in here because that is the ground. That's the actual ground. It burnt the leaves off of it. So let's go up to the flat spot. The top of this. I had my magnet with me. Wow. Now that is cool looking. It's got the luster of common opal, but it's red. Huh. I'm going to turn you off so I don't bore you. And yeah, we're almost up to the flat here. I'm glad we climbed up here. It really is a huge flat area. And then see the big wall behind it. And this is like a little bluff here. And then the steepness of the gorge is all down below there. I'm gonna go ahead and ditch this crazy heavy rock. Maybe we'll set it up on something. Maybe we'll put this one white quartz nugget right on top of it. Probably see that from over there. Don't shoot. Yeah, but this is an awesome area. And it's just steep the rest of the way around, and then boom. So we're going to scour it because it's a great place to look for minerals. It's higher than I've ever been up on the top of this area. It's got some little creeks running through it. We made it past the weird wall of stuff. Okay, let's look for the treasure beyond. We have a rare window down to the dirt. These are the first leaves and the first plants growing back on it. It got so hot it burnt everything. Not a drop of human activity here that I can see as far as western and recent. But there is a weird dug away edge here to it. It makes me wonder if there wasn't a thin little seam of something that was being followed. There was a lot of cinnabar that was exploited from these areas. Not much other sign besides the unnatural repose of the hill, which if it had been 100 years. In the ground there is a lot of chips. That is all chips. And that was a rock. I'm sure you heard the rock. In the ground there is a lot of chips. That is all chips.
There's a lot of chips. That is all chips.
This is the deepest, steepest spot right here. I would say anything would be being dug for. And there is a lot of stranger material here. Just very crumbly lava here and rhyolites. It's also the land of common opal, wherever those are all mixing together. And keep our eyeballs out for that. Yeah, but if anybody was digging, this is the digging. Could have just been when the river was here too. This is a, alluvial shelf. You have a chunk of wet thing here in front of us. Cool. We're finally inside of where the canyon splits. It goes that way and that way in some huge gorges, but look, right in between. We need to explore right on the rock top of that and all along the face of it and the faces that come down where there's a bunch of caves. And then in the split there's just the hugest gravel bars where the river winds together. I don't know if we're going to make it today though. This has been another lesson in how hard it is to get just a little ways. I still don't know if I found my answer of if going along the bottom is better than going along the top. This just goes downhill so quick. It's amazing. I think I just explored this whole flat area here. Because we stepped through these huge manzanitas, realized that this would have been just the densest brush. Just follow this ridge up, I think. Keep checking the flat spots. This looks like it was some really light rhyolite layer here. Maybe that's why it ate back so far as a shelf when the river was at this height. It's just a theory. Treasure. I'm going to put a little bit more. Because I can't help it. Because I see rock structures up here. And they're just awesome. We have to go look at. It feels like I don't know. Sorry for all the incomplete thoughts. Feels like we're on some causeway that leads up to this place. So we'll just stay on it. Wow, look at these. We'll go over there next. That big rock and then the flat area in front of it. Oh man. We just need to go look at everything. Now, as we get over away from the flat spot, we run into this, which does look like cinnabar ore. So I wonder if they actually did dig on that for a while. The road would have to be from above, but look at that stuff. And this is what's missing over here. There's this, and you can see there's a heck of a layer of it. No big crystal beds, but I'd be willing to call that for sure. Wow. Things to ponder. Yeah, it just runs along here in the strip, and it would have been obvious. I mean, that's where it was so easy to spot, and it was generally spotted right after fires like this. Look at that. You can just heat that stuff up and get mercury out of it. Huh, so maybe these are little diggings. Might be worth climbing up here with the detector someday and looking for iron patches. Let's go straight up this hill. You understand what I'm saying there? There's a big old flat place that looked like somebody had dug into the hill, and as we get right out of it, all of a sudden we hit this layer of stuff. This layer of stuff, which makes you think that's what may have been being dug away there. There's not going to be any way to capture how cool this looks, but if we were in the jungles, this would be like a little temple place. It sits all above this dish here where it's dug out, and it's all made out of big old rocks. And it's got all this tangleweed growing up all the dead plants everywhere, which is kind of cool. And then these huge rocks. Look at that. See how big that is? Cougar rocks for sure. It's probably a mountain lion sitting up here going, is he really going to climb right up to our house? Wow. He is. Look at that. I just think that's an impressive rock. See the patterns in it? Can't even get the whole thing in there. Wow. And an impressive spot. And yeah, really probably is a den. Or 2 or 5. Oh, see the roll of lava? Look at that, that's where it actually vloomed over. Awesome. Okay. Let's climb through this weird jungle. It's like the vines have grown to replace the greenery that would have been here. And you can see it's a spring. Look at the green grass. And the spring comes right out of those rocks. I just feel like we should come up here and pay our respect. Hello, rock. That's as close as I'm going to all those black openings. It's not the best way to approach it from here. Way cool. The mega rock, and then this is the flat area I was looking at. One triangular stone here that you could see from the water down below. This is really where we want to look for just the tiniest flecks of proof of anything. This wall, though. It's a chunk of rock with a nice flat spot in front of it. And then the rest of the terrain out here is just back to whoop. I'm doing what a lot of explorers have probably done, hoping that I don't have to go all the way back. I wouldn't mind finding a spot here and crossing and going down. Wow, I'm seeing something way out here. Yeah, can you imagine the flat areas on top of there? Let's say we need to make a mission for those bluffs. Okay, we're going to press as far towards them as we can and then hopefully cross the river or go back. At this point it'd be hard to judge the distance. Man, look at that flat spot. I don't know. I think instead of going down this way, I'm gonna look right at the top and see the very flat area. See, look at these bluffs now that we've hiked for another quarter mile or so. They just look awesome, and there's caves, and then look down at the gravel beds. And I know in the old days they used to come along the Jeep trail here and drive down, and they would all go up here and meet and camp. And I guess it's really cool areas. I just want to go check that out. I don't know if we're gonna make it. That would be crazy. But I got the wanderlust going on. Look at these. Slopes. We're getting into a zone that didn't burn so heavy. And so there's more vegetation to deal with. We're gonna have to go downhill. That all turns into, that's what it would have looked like before. You see that? And that's the densest stuff that you can push around in. So we were lucky. Now we're gonna follow this burnt off area. You can see how quick it's regrowing. This is the regrowth. Behind us, natural meadowland. I don't know about natural, but some ranch land. We've used this to move through. What was I saying? This pool down here, which is really cool. We had friends go to with their dogs, and the dogs wouldn't go near the water, and these were dogs that ran down to the same river all the time and swam and swam and swam, but they wouldn't go into that pool. And it's another one of those spots where you get cut off. It's another devil's hole. But the gravel bed's beyond it. The brush is so thick there. This is open, and then you get to that brush and you're just walled off. There's nothing else. There's massive gravel beds down below, and we're way beyond where people are. But I was hoping to get up there, get into the fork of that, and then maybe climb up that far side and follow the ridge jeep trails back that I know are there. Because as we keep going, I am defying my PNR. I see one big tree here that says you can get through by my base. So we have to go all the way down here and then all the way up over there. Maybe we'll just cut around, try and keep altitude. There's massive gravel beds down there. Beautiful land. It's that blue thing. We'll go and look. The blue thing looks like it's a sleeping bag. Huh. Can't be that ancient. Not rotted in half or anything. Maybe they thought they were coming back for it and then didn't. Hopefully they're not out here hurt, but feels like there's something hard in here. Go ahead and open it up. Can't be that old. It's only one season weather worn. And you never know. I'll come back years later and I've covered weird things. Hope to take you on a trip soon to my camp that I used to go to every year, and I haven't since before Olive was born. I have guitars and sleeping bags and everything sitting there. Okay. Let's get through this next part. If nothing else, I think we can get across here and go down. I'm just curious because we're already up here on top, how far we can get. I'll let you know. We've hit another one of these walls. I guess they're not really walls. They're just thick spots. Maybe we can cross here, but that's pretty much cliff above it. And where it looks small, sometimes it's not. Okay. Well, the thing about this point in the adventure is that you've gone pretty far. figure why turn back, you know? Why? Because what was tangled before now has died and broken off, fallen on itself. I don't know if uphill through it is better. Let's walk out this ridge. That's where we were, was up on top of there. Loud irises. Can't remember, these might be a Douglas iris. Beautiful now. All along here. Hey, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button below. Helps the quest for details grow. I appreciate the support. And if you double click the bell icon next to it, you'll get a notification each time we put out a new video.